Today's video is something that we shot back in the fall before Keen and I shaved. So no, we didn't just magically grow a beard overnight. Using some of this other stuff that we have so that we can keep up with 2 videos a week. Hopefully we can get fresh stuff after we get the wrecker stuff handled. Until then, hope you enjoy.
All right, Kaden's changing a mirror on this pretty nice 70, I think it's a 72. Hold on, let me look at the door panels. Oh wait, mirror stuck to the glass. That's a 72. Yep, it's a 72 GMC. Short bed, 4-wheel drive. Now the real question is, when he pulls this mirror off, is the plate gonna fall down in the door?
Yeah, it is.
It is?
Yeah.
Well,
it moves. So.
Pull all but one screw off, then you can rotate the mirror up and we can see if it's got a rivet on the plate that it mounts to. There we go. Now let's see. Oh, here we can cheat this.
Now with a little bit of luck, you should be able to take a screwdriver and then kind of position that until you get a screw in there, and you can get both of those screws in and pull it tight, and then you'll be able to drill it, put a pop rivet in it. Can you even see the plate in there? There we go. So you just go like this. So I just use the screw to roll that up. That screw in there. And then you can put this screw in. And then that should, now that's held tight, so that's good. That's all we need.
One tight, the other one just to kind of line it up.
Yeah, so now that plate's held in place. So now you can take and just drill probably just right there to where the, and then just do an 1/8 inch.
Okay.
And then use a longer 1/8 inch pop rivet.
Okay.
And pop rivet that in place, and that'll hold it.
Cool.
You could even use 2 if you wanted, but try and put a little bit of Gorilla Snot around the pop rivets as it goes in, so it'll seal against that to keep the water out.
You talking weather strip adhesive? Is that what you're calling Gorilla Snot today?
Yep, that's Gorilla Snot.
Okay. So it's the next day. Kaden got the mirror replaced yesterday. The idea of just keeping it half bolted in and rotating it so the plate didn't fall worked out pretty good. And you also drilled some pop rivets into it, right?
Yeah, I put a top rivet in it.
Here, show them the plate.
Yeah, this is the plate that goes in the back that mounts to it. But it was just loose in there. The only things that was holding it was just the 3 screws. And so if we'd have taken all 3 screws out before I put a pop rivet in it, it would have fallen into the bottom of the door, and we'd have had some fun trying to fish it out of there.
Yeah.
So
today's project on it is an engine harness. So as you can probably see right here, there's a section of burnt wires. The truck lightly caught on fire. Wasn't too bad, just burnt that little section. So Kaden's gonna throw a new engine harness in it, got a new one, just clean it up, throw a new air filter on it. While he's doing that, I got this truck over here. We got 2 of these trucks in here today. This one is a 71 GMC. It's a 3/4 ton 4-wheel drive. This truck just runs. It runs good. It's got a small block automatic. Project for it today, getting it up in the air, getting a hitch in it, because the customer is using it as a farm truck, and it can't be a farm truck without a trailer hitch. Got the truck up in the air, and first thing I gotta do is pull this spare tire out of the way, because right along the frame rail right there, right where it's mounted is where the hitch has got to go. So I got it supported. Those nuts won't move right there, so it's getting cut right there. Drop it out, get it out of there. It's not really doing any good. That tire's too scary to use. Alrighty, I got the hitch bolted together. It bolts together there. Don't worry, I'll be putting some welds on it before it's all said and done. But it's in and it's where it needs to go. Just got to drill the holes in the frame and mount it. I just get to be under there with a drill pushing up, having hot chips land on me for the next little bit. How are things going for you, Kaden?
Doing okay. So, yeah, just still working on getting that harness out. So, it's kind of a mess.
All right, Kaden, give us an update.
Well, so I got the new one going in. I got it plugged into the distributor. I got the new temperature sender. Maybe the temperature gauge will actually work. I don't know what the issue was with that whole deal.
Hopefully it fixes it.
So it's kind of routed. I'm not sure if that's how it's routed from the factory, but it looks good. So I obviously put it up on there. It's got a little tab that puts nicely on that guy, and I don't see anywhere else that could possibly go. And then there's a little spot in the body that a bunch of wires were in, and I snuck it up in there, and then it just goes across the transmission. So
okay, if we can here, just take a zip tie on this wire and just hold it back so it doesn't lean forward onto the manifold. But beyond that, I don't see any problem with that. That's laying in there nicely. Cool, and then you just gotta crawl back under it and plug like the starter back in.
But yeah, I just gotta plug the starter back in, and then there's a little clamp that goes on the bell housing there. But beyond that, good to go after it.
For me over here, I got the hitch in. Tucks up nice, right where it needs to be. And then all bolted in. You got 2 bolts there and 1 bolt there. Same thing on the other side, all bolted in. It should be pretty tough. And then I welded here and here on both sides. You know, we weld those, it does add a little bit of strength, but the biggest reason we weld those is so it doesn't rattle. The bolts come loose that hold it together. And even when you don't have a hitch in it, you're going down the road and you hear a rattle. That's super annoying. It does help with strength a little bit, but biggest thing, saves rattles. If there's anything we hate worse than bad electrical, it's rattles. One thing that we like to do on these, especially on these old trucks, and it's not a bad idea on really any car that has a C-channel frame when you're putting a hitch on it, is to take and drill a hole like right here. So what we normally have to do, especially when it doesn't have this designed bumper, we take just like a 5-inch piece of like 2-inch strap, drill a hole through the frame and a hole through the hitch. And what that does is just support the frame, because all that weight on the edge of the C-channel, they like to break right here at this bend, especially when you're towing a lot of weight, which this is a farm truck, so you can guess how much weight they'll probably put on it. What we'll do, we'll drill here. We'll put just 1/2 inch bolt through on each side. Really convenient, those bumper brackets are where they are. It makes it easy, and this one will be done. It's all good, all done. Looks good too.
Oh, I gotta figure out how this cable works.
Oh, here, there's a better tool than that. Go to this one right here. Looks like a, what do they call it? Like unstitches for sewing.
Oh yeah.
That's what it looks like. Seam puller or something like that. Seam ripper.
If you got any crazy names for this tool, put it in the comments. Somehow they routed this wire into this other big wire. Just spliced it in there. We might just have to run a new wire for the choke.
Yeah.
Throw the rest of this away.
We'll let the old man make the decision on that, because that's over my pay grade. Well, and now that he's back, even though he's coughing up a lung, we knew what to do, because I was over our Kaden and I's pay grade. We needed him.
Yeah, I just had to sort through the wires and figure out what they were. A lot of stuff had been added to this over the 40 years, and then there's still some of the original emission stuff from 1972.
50.
Yeah, 50 years, yeah. I think that was a old man joke there, so I'm old, I know.
Okay, so on this, we decided to pull a power wire off the power to the distributor, just that pink wire, to run the choke for the carburetor. So then we can just get rid of this whole deal and just have a wire that just runs over there. So that'll clean things up. And then the other thing that we got to replace from the fire too is that the washer hoses got a little burnt. The only one that's still good is just the one to the driver's side. So anyway, I'm surprised it all does actually still work. There was even a little bit of fluid and everything, and I pulled it, and it shot some up on the windshield on that one side. So, and as you could tell when I flipped that up, it still had a little bit of water in it.
So we got everything pretty well cleaned up on this, all the melted and burned up hoses for the windshield washer, sprayers. Then we can wipe the firewall off, and then all traces of the fire will be gone. And to prevent future fires, we've got this original air cleaner right here that we're going to put back on it. It had an open element air cleaner, so when it caught fire there was nothing to stop it. So we're going to put this on, so if it does catch fire again, the fire will be contained in here and it'll actually put itself out. And it'll still look good on this truck since the rest of the truck is so original. Oh, we need to get a, well, let's make sure this works and then we'll have to get a cap for that. Yeah, I think that gave us just what we needed. Yep. Okay. I mean, that should be the right one, so let's suck it down and it'll be just enough clearance there that it shouldn't roll. Yep. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, we got this old GMC running good, driving good. It's been a long time since this has been driven, and it's been a long time since I've been in it, so it's been a lot of fun to work on this truck. I've known this truck for years. The owner of it passed away 3 years ago, and I miss him. But it's been good to work with his son and rekindle some of those memories. Remember, there's no shame in falling down, just staying down. Thanks for watching.